Good evening, YouTube. DutyRon checking back in with another video tonight. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Late night, Friday night, crime time with yours truly. I hope everyone is doing well. I am rocking some headphones tonight. I'm hoping the headphones aren't too much of a distraction. Um, but I just figured I'd rock them for a Friday night. Had a good night with Mrs. DutyRon. Date night was a late one tonight. So I just wanted to come live with you because we have a lot to talk about. I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, the channel members, all of the friends who come live with me on a regular basis and say hello and interact down below in the comment section. That is a really wonderful thing when I have folks interacting in the comment section where we can continue to have the conversation after the live stream. So let me say hello quickly to the moderators and all of my subscribers and channel members. Dawn Marie, Joey Brooklyn, Black Rose is in here, my moderator and one of my great friends. Hello to Jess Thing One. Hello to Mimi J2, another one of my great moderators. Dawn Marie, thank you for being here. Gulf Coast Girl, Outlandish History. I saw Will from 411 in the pre-live stream. Let me know in the chat how the audio sounds. Minibots here as well. Let me know how the audio sounds with a thumbs up or maybe a number one in the chat. Let me know that it's sounding good. I made a couple of little tweaks here and there, and I just want to make sure that the tweaks, I didn't screw that up. Retired Sergeant Melinda is in the building. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Retired Sergeant Melinda is in the house. Always great to see you. Thank you for joining and putting those links in. Let me just check quickly. Here we go. A couple of number ones. The picture is great. Miley May says number one. Hello, Nancy. Good to see you. Annie, thanks for joining. 12-Step Woman, always a pleasure. So we have a lot going on. Meglo in Southern Cal over in San Diego. Good to see you. Hello, No Name. Rose, thank you for joining. Hello to all my friends over in Bakersfield and all over the West Coast and all over the world, for that matter. So a late night edition of Crime Talk, Crime Time. There's a lot going on. Suzanne Morphew, as we know, a you know now 50-year-old mother of two, a two-time breast cancer survivor. She on this day, April 30th, she would have been celebrating her 50th birthday. That is not happening. There is a candlelit prayer visual going on. I don't know. I didn't see much coverage from that area, but we don't have much movement in the case. And here it is, a whole almost year later. Mother's Day of 2021 will be a whole year, and it's difficult at best. It's a really, really tough situation to be in for people from Salida, the sheriff's department, the FBI, uh, the state investigators. We really have nothing going on. No movement that we know of behind the case. And we think about Orrin and Orson West and how frustrated we are with our boys being missing since December 21st. Think about this family. They're going through hell right now, and they have no answers. What happened to Suzanne Morphew? I am going to link the anonymous tip line down below, as I always do for the boys. I'm going to link Suzanne Morphew's anonymous tip line so you guys can, anybody that's watching or anybody that sees anything can share that anonymous tip line. I'm going to play a clip from Lauren Scharf. She did a quick video, I think yesterday, to go over the plans for Suzanne. So I'm going to play that quick for you guys.
As we approach Suzanne Morphew's 50th birthday on April 30th and the 1 year anniversary of her disappearance on May 10th, a statue that reads in memory of a loving mother was positioned near the area where Suzanne's bike was recovered in Chaffee County off of County Road 225. Daniel Donovan sent me this video. You can clearly see the statue was
Okay, so that's what we were talking about in the chat. There's a statue there, and it says, "In memory of a loving mother."
carefully placed here. I was told by a close family friend that Barry and the girls did place the statue there, which belonged to Suzanne. It's called the Garden Girls statue, which Suzanne inherited after her mom passed away in 2013. The family tells me that the statue sat just outside Suzanne's mom's kitchen window in her rose garden. When I visited the Morphew home off of Puma Path before it was sold, I noticed the statue right outside the front door. No word yet if Barry or the daughters of Suzanne will be at the memorial slash celebration of life on Suzanne's birthday in Poncha Springs, or if they plan on making a statement. Again, if you know anything about Suzanne's disappearance, please call the tip line at 719-312-7530. Continue to shine a bright light for Suzanne. Use the hashtag #ShineBrightForSuzanne as we near the 1 year mark of her disappearance.
Very sad, very, very unfortunate. I wanted to play that, and I thought it was important for all of us to see it. There's one other thing I want to show you, and then I have Jennifer Nobles, a great, great friend, a huge supporter. She got the ball rolling with these digital billboards early on. I have her waiting. She's going to join us live. Let me just show quickly. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Let me just get this up for you guys, and then I'm going to bring Jen right on. Oh, okay. Well, I actually showed you this already. So this is the picture that she showed on her Twitter. I'll put that up quickly. So this is from Lauren Sharf's Twitter. As this was yesterday, as we approach Suzanne's birthday, a statue that reads "In memory of a loving mother" is positioned near the area where Suzanne Morphew's bike was found in Chaffee County. Very unfortunate, very sad, sad story all around. We want answers. We want answers now. We're going to use those hashtags. We're going to keep Shine Bright for Suzanne in the spotlight. We're going to talk about it. I saw Mike King was on Court TV tonight, and he was talking about the Daybell case. But I'm sure that him and Chris McDonough will continue to talk about and go over this case and keep it in the forefront, because I know I will. I'll continue to talk about Suzanne Morphew. Um, it brings me right up to my next case that I'm covering: the missing boys, Orrin and Orson West from Bakersfield, California. We all know that I've invested quite a bit of time into this one because it involves two boys, two little 3 and 4 year old um, toddlers, and they're going to be 5 and 4 respectively this year on their birthdays. And we're going to continue to talk about them. We're going to continue to keep their name also in the light, in the forefront. It's important, and I have to say this before I bring Jennifer on. Um, you know, any conversation with the news media, with Court TV, with Brian Wang, with any news outlet that covers this story, I don't care if it's old news or news that is not happening at the moment. If they're speaking about it, it's good for the case, because that's more eyes on the boys. So we should concentrate on getting them the attention, and that's the reason we're all here, is to get them attention instead of arguing about old information or things of that nature. We should just be happy that somebody's speaking about her, about them on a national stage. So without further ado, I see Jen was there. She had headphones on, and now they're gone. Jen, I'm going to add you to the stream. Hi, how are you? Do you still have those headphones on, or did you took them off?
Well, I took them off, but I'm gonna put it back on.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Guys, this is Jennifer Nobles. We know her from the original digital Billboard. She's doing a fantastic job. She's doing all that she can from Bakersfield. So, Jen, thank you for stopping in. It looks like we're in a remote location. Are we poolside? What's going on there?
No, I'm out front, so I can be away from the music in the backyard.
Okay, thank you for that, because I'll get a copyright strike. Thank you for thinking of me. But Jen, you and I have been working behind the scenes pretty hard with the digital Billboard campaign, and I was just so happy and honored that we were able to get it done. You know, now it's going into the third month, and we're going to continue to do this until we find these boys. So we're going to do the best that we can in getting as much attention as possible. And I have to thank you for this, because you got me going. You didn't get me going talking about the case, because I was already talking about it, but you gave me that direction. And I think it's a fantastic direction coming from a law enforcement professional, retired. The more eyes on the case, the better. And you really, I mean, as much as you don't like to take credit for stuff, you really, you got the ball rolling with that. And you not only motivated me, you motivated a lot of other ladies and gentlemen across the country, across the world. So I tip my cap to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I hear some little kitty cats in the background.
Come here, Lily. It's my neighbor's cat.
It's always great when we have Jennifer on, because we get to meet her dog.
There's always an animal.
Right. We get to meet the dogs. We get to meet her kids. It's a great thing. So everybody's saying hello to you in the chat. I know you probably can't see it,
No,
but
I can't.
Donna is saying hello. Mercedes girl, Joey Brooklyn. Hey, Joey Brooklyn. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody became a channel member. Let me say hello. Tammy, thank you for becoming a channel member. Much love and respect. And remember, guys, all of your support and donations and things of that nature. Kim Kia Ora, all the way from New Zealand. Good to see you, Kim. Thank you. You got the cat? I hear.
No,
he ran
she
away.
won't come to me. No, it's a her.
Oh, okay. She's being a typical cat, running away.
She's
yeah. Janine, good to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm just saying hello to a couple of people. What do you got? Anything going on your end, or is there any chatter? I know there was a lot of things going on, conversation about news reports and people up in arms about old information. But again, like I said before I brought you on, it's important that any information, like we didn't know that there was people detained or held until Bakersfield put it out. Everybody was a little upset about it, but we were all upset prior to that it was silent, right? So it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
yeah.
But I feel strongly that any attention, whether it's information that happened in the past, we didn't know about it, so it is really new news to us because we didn't know anybody was detained. So I know because I've conducted hundreds of search warrants during my 20 years, and when we would do a search warrant, there was always extra people in the homes. And when we were going for a target, let's just say for guns or drugs or whatever the target was, we'd always wind up finding somebody else in there that was wanted for another crime or had a warrant. So we always detained everybody, even if there was an 80-year-old woman inside the apartment. She was not free to leave until we questioned her. So I suspect that the people who were detained were detained during those 20 search warrants that were conducted. So it's fair to say that information that Brian Wang gave us, albeit it might not have been right then and there that day, it was information that we never had. We weren't privy to that information. So I think it's a good thing. I know everybody is everybody's emotional, and you could talk about this really quick. How emotional is this for Roro and all of the family, the biological family? Talk about the frustration and how angry everybody is on, in that area there, because everybody wants answers, and you see it better than anybody because you're around some of the ladies sometimes, right?
Yeah, I am.
So
I don't know. oh, gosh,
It's frustrating.
you kind of put me on the spot right there. It's hard because there's so many, speculations and other people just, there's so many people that just have their own observations, I guess you can say, and like their own thoughts and that kind of thing. And everybody's putting it all together like in different ways and stuff like that. And it's difficult because there's no proof and there's still no boys. So um, that makes it very difficult to, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I just don't know.
Well,
It's
I don't want
hard.
you, I don't want you to say too much, but I'm just looking for a natural reaction, and as mothers and fathers of children of our own, we
Right.
get emotional, and I think a lot of, and I'm not trying to defend some of the bad behavior, but what I'm saying is when people get frustrated, we tend to do stupid things, right? We tend
Hmm.
to do things that we wouldn't normally do, even though
Right.
we have good intentions and thoughts. But when you get frustrated, even as a grown adult, you kind of revert to almost being like a kid. You stomp your feet, you get mad. So I'm just saying, there's a small percentage of that is going on with some of the folks, and it's understandable. We look at Suzanne Morphew, who I just spoke about. She's missing almost a year come Mother's Day, and there is zero news conferences going on. The sheriff and the people who are doing the investigation basically are giving nothing. Nobody knows anything of what's going on. So it's so much more frustrating on that case, but it involves a missing adult, not two little babies.
Hmm.
So, you know, everybody wants answers. Hi, Ro. I see Ro is in the chat, so I want to say hello to Ro.
Hi, Roro.
Uh,
Oh, I'm so glad she's here.
yeah, she's in the chat. So I just glanced quickly at the chat. So what I'm saying is that people are just frustrated and they want answers, and I get it. I get it. But from a law enforcement side, it's hard to put out everything that you have because you jeopardize, and we hear this over and over again. We jeopardize the investigation if we put out too much. So boots on the ground and the folks that are there in Bakersfield and California City, there's a level of frustration that comes into play, but we have to pull it back. We have to reel ourselves back in and come together collectively as a team, and everybody has to work at trying to find the kids. There's one goal that we have here is to find out what happened to them, right? Law enforcement has to do that, but if we can be helpful, like with these billboards, putting up signs and plastering posters all over the place, that's what we could do as civilians. We can't go and lock people up. We can't go and question people. We can't go and interrogate people, but we certainly can give information. So that's why I say there's a $125,000 reward. If somebody knows something about the boys, if somebody has any information that's valid that that you can pass along to the police, call it in, call those tips in, and don't be shy. Don't be shy about it. Again, it's very important that we speak about it, that we share it onto our social media platforms, and that people intelligently and respectfully talk about the boys, because these are they're living there's living family members that are behind, that have to hear the things that are spoken about them. So I think it's important that we talk with respect and dignity, and to be good human beings, and understand that it's not just us talking. We're talking to a big audience and people see it. So I think, that being said, it makes me feel really great that I got together with you, because if you didn't do what you did, we wouldn't be talking right now. And I thank you for motivating me to go and put my efforts and attention into something that I really feel strongly about. So whether you realize it or not, you got a lot of people going in the right direction just by one act of kindness. So kudos to you, Jen. And I wish there was 100 million Jennifer Nobles all around the country, all around the world for that matter, because if there were, it would be a lot better place. So God bless you. I lost your audio. I don't know what you did, but I don't hear you anymore. Maybe her signal went bad, because it looks like she's frozen now. Um, So, but yeah, that's coming from the heart. I don't know what happened to her. I'm gonna drop her off because she froze up. Oh, she's back. Okay, there you are. Yeah, you might have lost your Wi-Fi, so no audio either. So it happens when I leave my house and I'm on Wi-Fi. Sometimes the Wi-Fi gets a little caught up. So no big deal. But you guys get what I'm saying. You know, these are sensitive cases, and there are people that are behind them. There's families that are watching everything that's going on. So it's important that we keep it respectful. So thank you for that, Kellen Strauss. She says, "Happy birthday, Suzanne. I hope you're in heaven having fun with your dad." That's a really nice comment. Thank you for that. Brenda, thank you for the super chat. Brenda Figgle sends in a $10 super sticker. Thank you for that. Jen, are you back? I can't hear you though. No audio. Well, while she works that out, I'll still have her on. At least her screen is not frozen, but I don't have audio. So yeah, I can't hear you. I don't know what you did, but your audio cut out. But I thought you had muted yourself, and that because I wasn't hearing any background noise. But yeah, thank you so much for the really nice comments that everyone is putting in the chat. Jen is just trying to work it out. She's inside her house now, but I still don't hear her. I'm hoping she can hear me, but no audio. Yeah, yeah, I know. I could read your lips, but I know you said you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Maybe unplug or reconnect the audio part, or maybe leave and then come back into the. That's a better idea. Why don't you go out and then come back in, and then we'll wrap up with you. All right, so she listened to me. Jolene, good to see you. Jolene runs a really great Orrin and Orson Facebook group, so I'm going to highlight her on the screen. Jolene Marie, sending prayers for Suzanne and Echo, missing Mother's Day 2020. Correct. Jolene runs a great Suzanne Orrin and Orson West Facebook group. So if you want to join that group, why don't you, Jolene, try to put the link to your Facebook group in here, and if it gets held for review, we'll just approve it. Why don't you go ahead, if you can, Jolene, and share your Facebook group. Guys, let's get some hearts in the chat and prayers for Suzanne Morphew and Orrin and Orson West and Echo Lloyd. Let's show some love, red hearts, pink hearts, blue hearts, prayers, whatever you prefer. And then we'll get right to the roll call, because I'm going to wrap it up in a little bit. But I have some media that I'm going to play for you guys. So I have some media I'll play. I think Jen's back. Let me add her. Howdy. It says microphone is muted. I could see it. There
Hi.
it is.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah, she did it.
So sorry.
So what happened?
I have no idea. I'm outside and it went off. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're back. So your audio is good. So I was giving you some well-deserved accolades, and I'm telling you what I said. I know you heard. I know you heard what I said. I really mean that. And your audio just cut out again, but now it's back. But
Okay.
I want you to know I really mean that, and it really was a moving thing, like our conversation that we had today. Although it's personal, I'm not going to get into it. It's all the things that it's like you're like an extension of me. You're the male version of me, and vice versa. So
I'm the female version of you.
yeah, right. That's what I meant. Female version. Thank you for correcting me. It's late. It's past 12. It's 12:42 here.
Yeah.
It's past my bedtime. But yeah, so you're doing a great job, and I notice you guys are limited in what you can do over there, and everybody feels like they're kind of handcuffed and frustrated. But it is what it is. You know, you can only do so much, and you know you're doing a great job. And you juggling being a mom and a full-time worker and all kinds of craziness that goes on with running a family. It's not easy. So
No, it's not.
yeah. Hi, Leedy. Prayers for all that have missed.
Can you
Missing.
bring Rowan?
She didn't come. If she came, then I sent her the link, but she would.
Oh, okay.
She wouldn't
I
come.
thought Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said hi to her a little while ago, and I thought she'd come in.
Yeah, I sent it to her, but I told her, I said, if you're busy, I understand. You know, I don't
Okay.
know I don't know what she's up to. So, but I did share it with her, and she was in the chat. So, just having her in the chat is great. Everybody loves her, and all my, all the people here in the DutyRon family support her and support you and support all of us. So there's Ro right there. She's praying for Suzanne Morphew as well. Thank you for that, Ro.
Ro, I know you can hear me. Would you please come in? It would be really great to hear your voice.
All right. Jen is putting out the plea for Ro. She's trying to reel her in. Yeah, love to have you on. But I do have some media that I want to play. But I'll wait until you guys come down. But I had just a couple of things that I want to play from Court TV that aired tonight about the boys. And
Oh, I'd love to see it. I missed it.
yeah, my good friend Chris McDonough from the interview room was a guest with Vinny. And it just aired maybe an hour ago. So I have that queued up. Maybe we'll play it. And if Ro comes in, I'll shut it down.
Let's play it and see it. She'd probably love to see it too. Who knows if she saw it.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. You too.
All right, let me cue it up. Hold on a second before I do that. Hold on. Let me say something here. Retired Sergeant Melinda, thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer, DutyRon and family. Jennifer, where can we find a link to your company so we can also donate directly to you? You can message me privately, Melinda, and I will. I'll get you a way to donate to Jen privately. I don't think she wants to put her company information out here on the stream. That's not probably a good idea. But I'll get with her and I'll get with you and we'll put something together. I promise. All right, let me share this quickly.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, so I'm going to share this and then I'm going to mute your mic.
Okay.
Let me just make sure I got the right clip. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the right one. This is 11 minutes, so it's going to be a little long, but it's 11 minutes. But we'll share it. All right, here we go. I'm just going to mute your mic.
And leave them outside by themselves.
I understand.
And y'all know the gate was
why
open.
haven't y'all been out with the people around this neighborhood looking with the kids? We already told on camera.
This is Court TV.
Cameras last night. I didn't even see y'all out here praying with them people. Them people was out to take care of my nephew. Not supposed to happen.
I understand.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
I understand.
I want to explain to you what you just saw. That is the biological family screaming at the adoptive parents of two little boys, Orrin and Orson West, 3 and 4 years old. They went missing. That was from back in December. They went missing just before Christmas in December. And still, as we sit here tonight on this Friday, these children have not been found. No one's been charged. No one's been arrested. And the children have not been located. It's utterly frustrating. Our great affiliate, KERO in Bakersfield, has the story.
The Cal City community is still distraught over the 2 missing boys. There is now a new addition to the neighborhood. This is a small memorial, leaving candles and toys, hoping the toddlers come home safely.
All have to get together as a community and just try to help find these children ourselves and do the best we can.
With guns drawn, authorities enter the California City home of Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West. The parents told authorities their 2 boys disappeared from their backyard on December 21st and believe someone kidnapped them.
They do not just roam around, these patches. I think definitely would have been picked up or something.
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard. Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard and if they wandered out of the yard.
California City Police Chief John Walker believes this is now more than just a missing persons case. He believes foul play was involved.
Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward.
And that's why Walker says authorities have paid so much attention on the couple's home, even digging up the backyard.
We're just trying to dig up any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard. noise like jackhammering or roto hammering, like they were trying to dig through dirt or break concrete.
The adoptive parents gave their account of what happened, claiming that the two boys went outside to play with chalk while their adoptive mother wrapped their Christmas presents. Their adoptive father said that he left the gate open. When he realized the boys were gone, he began searching for them. The adoptive parents declined an interview today, saying police advised them to stay inside, leaving some to wonder why.
I would be nonstop looking if it was my child. He wouldn't even keep me inside.
200 volunteers who dedicated around 4 hours looking for any clues that could lead to the West boys' whereabouts. Some volunteers shared with 23 ABC that they walked nearly 5 miles canvassing the area. Amongst the group were the boys' biological mother.
If they find my kids, can they just give them back to me? Whatever I have to do to work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. I come from a good background, as you can see, and I don't understand. I just want my babies. If they find them, just give them back to me, please. That's all I want.
Throughout the search, you could occasionally hear groups shouting and waving to law enforcement if they found something of interest. And if it turned out to be an item of possible significance, it was then taken in for analyzation. But there was one item they found that stood out.
Basically, what we found was a piece of or a gift bag with the name of one of the children on it. But being in such close proximity to the house, that's not super unusual. But it's something we definitely want to take a look at.
Although the boys have yet to be located and no arrests have been made or suspects named, this community says they will ensure the boys won't be overlooked.
From every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them.
No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they'd seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
Despite search efforts that haven't turned up anything, neighbors are still trying to think positive during a dark time in this small community.
Hopefully, they'll find the children alive.
That's what everyone's hoping for. But as each day goes by, I mean, hopes start to dim a little bit. Let's bring in our special guest joining us tonight in Charleston, South Carolina. His partner was just on. He's also the host of Profiling Evil, also the host of The Interview Room with Chris McDonough. Chris McDonough is back with us. Great to see you, Chris.
This is a great guy. This is a California retired law enforcement professional. He works in the Cold Case Foundation currently, and he's got a tremendous amount of credentials. Him and Mike King, myself, I've spoken with these guys personally on live streams and on the phone. So he's going to put in his 2 cents here. And luckily for the boys, Mike King from Profiling Evil and Chris McDonough are also talking about the boys. They cover a lot of different cases, so they're not talking about them on a regular basis, but they do cover it. So let's hear what Chris has to say.
Hey, Vinny, thank you. Appreciate being here.
First of all, I'd like to get your initial thoughts about this case and the investigation into finding these 2 little boys.
Yeah, so it's a real mystery. I mean, number one, because there are 2 children, that in of itself is, we would classify that as, quite odd and quite rare statistically. And then second, the environment situation and the circumstance as a whole seems like to be a very low risk scenario where if the backyard's in play and the stepdad just kind of loses attention or loses, the attention on keeping an eye on the kids, and now they've just vanished, absolutely vanished. I mean, that in of itself just opens up another can of worms.
Every time I cover a story like this, I get together with our producers and we try to piece together a timeline. And my guess is investigators try to do that as well. There is a significant piece of evidence in this case, and I want to put it up on the screen. There's some surveillance video. Now, we don't have this surveillance video to show you tonight, but we will be getting it. But on December 19th of 2020, a neighbor's security camera shows, it's very, very grainy, folks, so you can't tell who these people are. But an adult is seen holding the door open to a van. 4 children enter the van drives away. The van returns and 2 adults exit. Now, for this case, Chris, doing a timeline to me starts with a math equation, because this young couple in their 30s, believe it or not, have 6 children, 2 biological, 4 adopted. 2 of the adopted are the two of the adopted are 2 that are missing. They're the youngest. They have publicly spoken and said that the other 4 children were at grandma's. They brought the other 4 to grandma's. They say that Orrin and Orson disappeared on the 21st, okay? So now I'm going to do a little math. On December 19th, 4 children entered the van. They have 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. Where are these 2 on the 19th, Chris? That's what I want to know. Where are they?
Yeah, great call, Vinny. I mean, here, the math speaks for itself. And so as an investigator, that's the first question you're going to ask, right? I mean, you're going to bring the family, you're going to sit down with them, and you're going to say, look, 6 minus 4 is 2, and those 2 are missing. So, let's talk about that first. And so in these types of cases, obviously with kids, your first 24 hours are critical. I mean, critical mass is like, the clarity of the focus of that investigation. But in this case, to your point, if that surveillance is picking up those 4 kids a couple of days before they're even reported, the other 2 are reported missing. Yeah, that's a huge red flag, and they're going to focus pretty heavily on some search warrants to get in that house fast.
Yeah, they've already dug up the backyard. They didn't find anything in the backyard. Now, here's the problem. They're 3 and 4 years old. So, and what they said is that the other 4 went to grandma's house, but they didn't bring Orrin and Orson to grandma's house because they were too young and they're sort of rambunctious. Which, okay, maybe it makes sense. You don't want to overburden grandma. I don't even know how these 30-year-olds could handle 6 children. God bless them, because they're all 10 years old and younger. But they said the 4 older ones are at grandma's. Now, they said that. Then I see the surveillance video. That, to me, that's got to be them driving to Bakersfield to drop off the 4 kids, because they come back without them. So, someone has to watch a 3 and 4-year-old. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I had children that young. You don't leave a 3 and 4-year-old home alone, Chris.
Yeah, and that is the exact place I would start as well, Vinny. First thing I'd say is, well, who'd you leave them with? And see where it goes. I mean, because if there is this other unknown caretaker, well, by golly, let's identify that person. Let's see what they say. Maybe they're involved. I don't know. But it certainly is suspicious in nature if this video turns out to be what we think it could be. It's bad. It's not good.
Now, the other thing that we've heard, Cal City is a very small town. There's 13 police officers in the entire department. I mean, there's some other cases I know that they're investigating that it's difficult with that level of manpower, and they have help from other agencies. But it seems right now this investigation has moved really to Bakersfield, and Bakersfield is taking the lead. How significant is that, Chris? And what could we potentially read into that?
Yeah, so Cal City, the chief there, Walker, former LAPD guy, and if they have exhausted, that particular what we call contact site, okay, i.e., that particular first crime scene, then they're going to start looking outside of that circle, and they're going to go to the secondary, contact sites potentially, and that could be Bakersfield, where the family used to live. And so what they're going to do is they're going to work in conjunction with them. And basically, the 2 agencies are going to collaborate with each other and say, look, you have more resources than we do. Let's shift roles here. You start taking the lead as primary. We'll start picking up, the support mechanisms in relationship to this entire investigation. And they'll probably pull in other resources as well from the federal side and or other state resources in relationship to, manpower who can actually put some boots on the ground.
Absolutely. And again, as we sit here tonight.
So that was a great appearance by Chris McDonough from the interview room. Anytime you get eyes on the case on a national and international level, sometimes court TV is played out on satellite over the course, across the world, but it's nationally broadcast. Every state in the United States sees it. That's tremendous, tremendous eyes on. So I thank Mike King and also Chris McDonough, Vinny, for doing every Friday. It looks like last Friday Vinny did something, and he did something this Friday. It looks like Court TV is on this case, and that's a great thing. Data D, Message D, thank you for that super chat. Sergeant Melinda, thank you for those 2 super chats, 49 and 1999. I appreciate that so much. What did you think of that, Jen? I know you're muted, so let me see if I can unmute her. Okay. I just unmuted you. What did you think of that piece?
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. There was several parts of that kind of bugged me as far as like the interviews go and stuff like that. But
Right, it's old. They're using old stuff from Brian Wang. So just understand what Court TV does is they backtrack the whole thing and they try to go from the beginning, and they're using some of the older stuff, but that's how they do their show. You know, it's not like it's a, you know, this is how they do it. And you know, for those of us who don't know about how these kind of, you know, true crime court TV, they're covering these cases, so they have to go and look at the media that was put out. You know, they're using Brian Wang stuff, they're using Perla's stuff. So Huda, thank you for that. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for that super love. Huda Ali, thank you so much. Yeah, you know, but again, like I said, Jen, it's not so much getting caught up on the details of it. Is what we have to think about is it's the actually, they're putting their names out there and their faces out there, and that's what's good about this. So we, as people who are really invested in this, we have to look at it like we have to use them to broadcast across the United States these boys, and
Right.
that's the good part about that. Now the little tidbits of them getting some of the stuff wrong, like, you know, the chief saying that nobody's ever seen the kids, when neighbors after the fact said that they've seen kids but not the boys. They said they saw kids, but nobody could particularly say that they saw these two. So, you know, I think that's kind of nitpicking when it comes to court TV. We're not going to get them to say everything that we want them to say. They're going to put the story together the way they put it together. And there's producers behind it, and there's people who cut out stuff, and you know, so it gets all chopped up. You know, but it's the main focus, and you know, I'm saying this from somebody with experience, is the main focus is it's putting the boys out there on the grand stage, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Let me see what Roro said. I am so glad that Court TV is talking about this case, and Chris knows exactly what he's talking about. This is a blessing. Keep praying and keep our hope alive. Thank you, Mike. So there you go. So she's saying thank you to Mike King and Chris McDonough. You know, again, I've personally spoken to these guys. They know their stuff. Let me bleep myself. They know their. So these guys are, you know, career law enforcement guys like myself. So between me, Mike, and Chris is, you know, 80 years of law enforcement. So you know, and Chris works on the board of the Cold Case Foundation. So he has a lot of experience in you know, working on cold cases. So not saying this one's a cold case, but I'm just saying they know.
No, it's not a cold case. We cannot let it go cold. I swear we cannot let it go cold.
We're not gonna let it.
No, we're not. And with your help, we're not gonna let it happen.
And you know, law enforcement is working the case, and we heard, I don't know if you were paying attention, but I think you do pay attention. Sergeant Pear from Bakersfield said, we are currently working all angles on this case, and no stone is going to be left unturned. So that's a good thing. Cases become cold when they run out of leads, when they run out of possibilities. We're nowhere, he said, these are his words, we're nowhere near that. So and that was just about a month ago. I think that, you know, all we need is the little piece. And again, I can't overemphasize, there's a $125,000 reward. I am pleading with anybody or anyone that knows anything, come forward for these boys. If you don't do it for yourself and for the money, come forward for the boys and
And the family.
do it anonymously, do it for the family. Come forward with your information and clear your conscience and do something good. And God will be good to you. So I beg and plead with whoever is listening or whoever's watching that has any information to please come forward, call that anonymous tip line, and collect your $125,000. Meg Lowe, thank you so much for your support. Meg Lowe is from Southern Cal in San Diego, and she sends in a $50 super chat. Thank you, Meg. You know that will be going to, going back into this case. So I appreciate all the super chats here tonight. We have.
Did anybody get a picture of the billboard today? I failed on that one.
I asked Ro about it, and she said that she saw the digital billboard. Somebody saw it. So I can't find the link to join, but we will find the boys, Orrin and Orson. I sent it to your phone. I mean, I could do it again.
Would you try to? I'd love if Ro would come on, please.
I'll do it again. You could talk while I'm doing this if you want. You could.
Well, I mean, I don't have much to say. I just want Ro on here. I've already texted her and said, "Get on here." And
I was saying you could please.
I feel like I don't want to come on here without her, and like she's not here with me, and I don't feel comfortable without her.
Oh boy, thanks.
I'm sorry. I feel comfortable with you. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying. I feel more comfortable when she's on here with us.
I hear you. And if she does come, I'll just leave the two of you on, and I'll get a drink, and I'll come back. All right, that was quick. Here she is.
Yay!
Hey, Ro.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I would show my face, but I'm so drained.
See,
oh, we get it. We get it.
I kind of thought that she was tired, so
she's very tired. She does so much during the day, every day, and trying to finish her schoolwork at college and get her degree and stuff, and then doing the searches for these boys on a literally probably Ro, from what I've learned from you, I have to say you probably are doing this 18 hours a day, and I don't even know how you even get enough sleep. I don't think you do. And girl, I mean, I give it to you. I've never met anybody as strong as you and as powerful as you are in my life. And wow, you're amazing.
Thank you. You know, you guys give me strength in my family, and we really thank you all, for supporting the boys. Really, that's what it's about. And, just keeping the prayers alive and keeping their faces out there. I mean, we're all blessed to have, the court TV talk about the case now, because, I mean, the Chris guy, I don't know his last name, but he's said exactly what we all been saying. So it feels good to hear it from a professional. And I pray that we really get it moving, because, I mean, time is almost going to be, I mean, May's here. It's going to be 5 months. I mean, we don't want it to be. So, and I just want to thank DutyRon, for always, just everything you do, DutyRon. I can't even say it right now. Like, I'm tired, but I just want to hop on here, because I know Jennifer, she's been a lot of help. Yeah, down here in Bakersfield, and along with others, but I deal with only a few,
right?
Because I know where their hearts are, and their hearts are in this for the boys, and it's a blessing to have all of you, your supporters, and just everybody. I mean, I can't thank y'all enough, and I know my family thank you guys, and we actually call DutyRon Uncle Duty, so
DutyRon.
Your sister Felicia calls him Uncle Duty. That's so cool. Uncle
my
DutyRon.
sister, my sister says Uncle DutyRon's on, so I mean, I try to get in and watch you at least. If I can't get on, I'm over here working, but I have you on my laptop, playing. So just want to say thank you all, for reals. I mean, it's a blessing to have you all, and supporting the boys. I mean, I know we're gonna get close.
I'm very honored to do it. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all came together because of the boys, and it's amazing. I mean, if anything came good out of this, it's coming together. uniting, and I just want us to keep praying, keep praying. That's all we could do.
I want to
Leave it.
I want to say quickly, Ro, because I know you got to go, but I'm so impressed by the way you handle things, and I know that nobody practices for this. We don't wish this on our worst enemy. You don't wish on anybody. This is for me. Even as a seasoned law enforcement professional, I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I watch the way you carry yourself, through adversity and through, all the different hoops that you got to jump through. So I tip my cap to you and your family for, holding your composure, and you're basically a spokesperson for, your cousins, and it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot for you to do. So the way you've handled it, from someone looking from the outside from across the United States, I got to commend you for a job well done, and the job is not done yet, but thus far you've been doing a fantastic job. But
I appreciate that, DutyRon.
yeah, and
It's a challenge, just with all the negativity and trying to stay focused and try not to get out of character. So I apologize to anybody if you ever see me get out of character. It gets overwhelming, at times, and but I just pray for strength and I leave it in God's hands, and I just have to step back a little bit on just being out there, my face, and just move behind the scenes and do what we have to do behind the scenes. But we're still out here doing what we have to do, praying, and like I said, we leave it in God's hands, and we're walking with faith, and just trying to stay positive, because it's easy to lose yourself, and a lot of people don't understand. Prayer is powerful,
right.
and I just pray,
Learned
and
that from you.
oh yeah, you already know, Jen. I tell you, stay positive and continue to pray, and put action behind your prayers. Just
Hey,
if you ain't.
I wanted to just say one thing before I forget. I'm old, so I forget my thoughts sometimes.
Me too.
Through your cousins and through this, messed up situation, you've gained several thousand, probably tens of hundreds of thousands of supporters. My channel is just one of many channels that a lot of these folks come on, Ro. Any words for those supporters? These are nameless, faceless, it's not nameless, but faceless folks that come out and throw their money and resources towards your cousins. Any words for the people here in the chat of how grateful you guys are, or how you're feeling about that?
Oh yeah, I wish I could, really meet each and every one of them. I mean, that'd be impossible, but I just want to tell every last one of the supporters, from your channel to every other channel that's been at home in other states and other countries, praying for the boys, sharing the flyers, doing whatever they can to spread the word, because it really means a lot to us. Because if we didn't have you guys, it's hard. I know a lot of kids that end up missing, their families probably don't have this much support. So to have this much support, just speaking on behalf of my family and, just everybody that's, we thank you. I can't thank you enough. And I thank God for sending you all to, on this case or this situation to support, and just the prayers are powerful, like I said, and everybody's prayers are like they're gonna be answered. So y'all don't stop praying, and thank you for the support towards the billboards. When we had our GoFundMe, you guys helped us get that out there. And then Jen, and then DutyRon, your supporters, and everybody that's been still continuing to help keep those billboards up, because it's not cheap. And I know some places in Texas, I forgot his name, but he actually, the billboard company out there in Texas, the boys inspired him to pass a bill for future Amber Alerts, and I mean it's just amazing how inspired the boys have made people from everywhere. So I mean it's a lot going on behind the scenes in other states that that um, they're making things happen, and it's not just for the boys, it's for all missing children.
Yeah.
And we just pray that we just all, wherever you at in your states, cities, just become aware of what's going on, and if you see something, say something before it get
Exactly.
happens, because it's about prevention. And we just have to really
Watch
wake up,
for others.
because I mean it's really, I mean I didn't realize how bad trafficking and just everything going on around the world. I mean, it's just not the boys. There's so many out here, and I pray for their families. And like I said, thank you all to the supporters who are involved, because I mean, whether you're here or not, I mean, everything it matters. So don't think that you guys just being in other states praying. Believe me, it's a lot. It means a lot, and we thank you all.
That was a beautiful thing, and I didn't want to forget about these folks, because it's not often that we get to mention them, and this was a great thing for give back. They put in the time, they put in the effort. I have people telling me that they're not sleeping at night.
Oh
Over
yeah.
So these are complete strangers that are so invested in these two beautiful boys that they're losing sleep over it, and they're in different countries, and they're different states all over the place. So I think that was a great give back to them for all of the love and genuine prayers and well wishes that they send on a daily basis. I mean, I have people that message me, "Hey, DutyRon, when are you going to talk about this next?" Like I take a 2 or 3 day break. It's like I have hundreds of people are like, when are we going to talk about the boys again? They're just raring to go. So, it's
I
great.
agree with you.
It's great to give that virtual hug, if you will, back to these great
Oh
people
yeah. I
out there.
want to give them a virtual hug, and just know that, I mean, I don't even know you guys, and ladies and gentlemen, and just, I mean, if I could hug y'all every day just for everything you guys are doing. I mean, you guys are getting sleepless nights like we are. And I mean, it really has made an impact on a lot of people, a lot of people. And I mean, I believe them when they really say they don't sleep, and I mean, it affects your daily lives. I just don't want them to, I mean, I know they're not letting it affect their family, but I have people I talk to that's in other states that, I mean, they're on it, like they're researching from other states, and like just trying to do what they can do, and they're doing a lot, because what they're doing, oh my God, I couldn't imagine. Like I would need more time in a day just to be able to do what they do. So I mean, it really helps us out by them researching at home and then sending us their information and things like that. Because I mean, they're good. I mean, I mean, a lot of people are like investigators, like they really are, and it's amazing just the information that I've been getting, and I'm like, wow, I would have never knew how to go about that.
Right.
So I mean, it's a lot of people out there, and then they have kids, so they, it really touched them. So I mean, again, I want to thank you all 1,000 times, a million times for everything you're doing. Don't think that it's going unnoticed, because it's not. Believe me. If you share something, if you talk about it, I mean, just having it in your thoughts. You don't even have to talk about it, but just having it in your thoughts, it means a lot. So
Yep.
thank you.
And it helps to, I think it helps to get you through some of the tough times when you see these folks talking about this. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you go, sometimes you go back and review some of these live streams and you look at some of the things that are being said. I know you like to come over to mine and look at some of the replays, because there's a lot of great people in here. But
Oh yeah.
it helps to give strength when you're in your weakest time, when you see people that are standing behind you, when you have hundreds, thousands of people behind you.
Yeah.
It's got to be a
Oh
great.
yeah.
So
Yes, I
I'm
agree, duty. I agree.
I'm so thankful for that, for you guys, not for me. I'm thankful for you guys that we're able to get that going, you know, to get the troops rallied up, so to speak. So
Exactly. It's amazing to see like the whole world, like not the whole world, but you know what I mean, like just
Well, yeah,
around
the
the
whole
world.
world. You're right.
I mean, it feels like that, and it's just like I said, it's a blessing. Like to have, I mean, this shows you that you know there are still good people, and this gives me hope and humanity. You know, so
restores our faith. It restores our faith in humanity,
yes,
right?
yes, it does.
It's a
So
great.
they're amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing.
And I got to tell you, when your sister sent me a message on Facebook and told me that you guys call me Uncle DutyRon, I was ear to ear smiling, but it was like a smile of joy,
Proud.
though. It made me feel so good, you know. So I'm honored. I'm honored to be a part of your family. So
Oh yeah, and you and all your supporters. I mean, we're family. You know, we are family, and like we thank you all. Like, and my mother, she don't really be on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that it message you.
she messaged me on Facebook, and I questioned it because I thought it was some troll that created a fake Facebook account. But as soon as I saw that she was interacting with you, then I knew it was your mom. But she sent me a beautiful message, and I thank her for it. I wish I could one day. I hope to be able to meet you guys and give you guys all a big hug. So
Oh yeah,
that's
she don't fly. We might have to drive, so she don't fly. But you know, I would love it.
I have family in Southern California, and I go to see them.
Oh.
So it's
Well-
it's within driving distance of your area. So,
Okay, well, we can meet where you're at. As long as you're in California, it's never too far.
yeah, we're in Southern California, so it's not that far. I already mapped it out, so I'm already working on it.
Okay, well, you let me know when you're here, and we'll definitely come down there, and you can meet, you know, my mom, and you know, she's just been, you know, she's a sweet lady, and you know, that's where we get it from, and you know, we just try to keep our faith, you know, try to keep our faith.
Yep. So listen, I'm going to wrap this up, ladies. I want to say thank you for entrusting me and my channel for covering your cousins and doing what's right. And I want to say thank you to Jennifer too while she's here. I mean, she says so many good things about you and the people that you've introduced her to and the ladies that she's come in contact with. Jen is just so moved by the goodwill and the spirit of your family. So I think it's a great thing. You know, it's really a great thing. And I've spoken with her so much that I got like a lot of really good background on what's going on behind the scenes. And that helps. That helps to keep me driven, you know, so that's good. Thank you, Jennifer.
Jennifer is amazing. Like if I could, I mean, I'm speechless when it comes to her because I mean, it's like God will put people in your lives for a reason, and she's just been. I mean, her heart is so big. I'm surprised it's still in her chest. So, yes, like you are. Thank you, Jennifer, and we love you.
Thank you, Ro. I love you.
Oh yeah, you family now.
I love all you guys. You guys are great. You guys
We love you too, DutyRon, and we love all the supporters. Thank you guys. And you guys have a blessed night, and I'll continue to watch your live.
Thank you, Roro.
You do the same, Ro. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Great. Bye. Wow, awesome. So yeah, I love to this is a great thing because when you could talk in a positive light about what's going on, we have no control of what's going on with the investigation. We all have to realize that. But when we get together and we support the family directly like this is a good thing. So I want to end this on a positive, and I'm going to keep you here with me as I do this sign off. I always love to say this: God bless the world, God bless the United States of America, and God bless each and every one of us here in the chat on this live stream. But most importantly, God bless all of the crime victims, the missing and the crime victims across the world, across the United States. Suzanne Morphew, Orrin and Orson West, Sincere and Classic, Echo Lloyd, and the hundreds of thousands of children that go missing, 2,300 per day across the United States. and all of the adults that go missing and that are victim of crime. We say prayers and we give thanks and praise to God above for strength for everyone who is involved in this. All right, guys, good night from New York City. Jen, just hang on a second before we go. Love and respect. Any final words for anybody, Jen?
Good night from Bakersfield, California, and keep looking for these boys.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night.